We are about to start. This is Robot Nuke. Now let's hear it for the man, the myth and the legend in his own head, Eric Nuke Hudson.
And here we are with Baby Yoda and the Bloody Mary. And today we're just going to be starting out. Got a nice, easy Friday. Had a call I was supposed to be on after this, but they were picking up supplies for their Earth Day. But we're going to enjoy ourselves here. Have any questions, please ask them. I'll see what I can do to answer them within the confines of the law. And those of you on the replay, of course, if you need any help, and close to those who are on here, my information is down below. Call, text, email. It's always best to get on my calendar. Let me go ahead and take a swig. I was thirsty. Okay, so tonight I'm just going to start off something real easy. Like minutes before actually doing this, a lender sent me this. So I thought it would be real nice and we're not going to play it tonight because I forgot to set. Let me see if I can do it after the fact. I can't do it. You know what? I didn't even think about that. It was a good video on what's going on with interest rates and everything. Maybe if I unshare it. Hold on. Give me a sec. Let me just see what would happen. Okay. I will reshare it. Oh, look at that. I guess I thought I only had, oh, no, there it is. Now, I've reshared it. I'll just do it. And we can get to see his video. Hopefully everyone can hear it.
Hey, it's Friday. Just wanted to shoot you a quick video, send you out the kind of recap of the markets. Crazy week. Rates finished up this week from where they started and way up from where they started 2 weeks ago. A lot of that had to do with inflation numbers. It started with inflation numbers from last week. This week, Tuesday started with, we had housing starts. Wednesday, we did get some relief from some of the rate hikes, but then some of the Fed presidents one of the Fed presidents came out, said again, he's not in a hurry to cut rates. Can be got the market going the other direction. Jobless claims came out. Housing starts and building permits came out. Both numbers were down, so home builders are slowing down. Just something to keep watching, something to talk about with your clients. They're on the fence. I do recommend, maybe floating through the weekend, but the trend for their interest rates right now is not great. So if they can lock in at a good rate, recommend doing that. Hope you have a great weekend. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call. I'll be working all weekend, 702-348-7573.
Okay, I hope that made sense to y'all. Looks like interest rates not doing great right now. But home sales continue. So a lot of buyers have just gone like, hey, ain't nothing I can do. It's been a couple years. Can't just sit here and rent forever and then take a chance on the rent going up. But anyway, today what I want to talk about is going to be a little different subject. Even though I've been talking a little bit more about real estate and stuff lately, just outside of doing market updates. So I'm going to show homes tomorrow, out of town family. And before they got on their plane, they asked me it's like, in addition to the houses we wanted to see, can we see the they actually said next gen houses. I'll tell you in a second the difference. So I was like, okay, sure. Long and short of it, I had to do, because you don't know, last time you showed next gen houses or multi-gen houses, what happened in that period of time, and you want to be complete as possible, which means I've spent up until about a little over an hour ago going all the new bills and figuring out who has the current multi-gen houses. Now you see the difference, next gen and multi-gen. Reason being, even though they don't own a trademark to it, they've been trying to brand themselves to the term next gen houses is Lennar. So they created the current multi-gen housing, they called it next gen, and they get very upset, even though they have not trademarked it and they don't own it. And so people will use it. But you'll see people will respond back to you multi-gen. It's because Lennar gets very, very upset if people use the term next gen. So I'll try to use multi-gen, even though a lot of they can't do anything about it. But you see, I do YouTube here, and I do tours at homes, and it's it's hard because it's like you're the guy who wants to keep saying next gen for the multi gens at other builders. That's ours, and you want to be able to go there, even though it's nice to show Lennar homes. You'll see a lot of people don't want to show you Lennar homes, and it's a pure and simple reason: they don't pay commissions. So they got some really great stuff out there. So I don't know what their excuse is. Maybe their excuse is they're passing the savings on to the client. I'm not going to hold anything back from you. We'll give you the most information possible. So I'll just start with Lennar. They have multiple communities here in Las Vegas that have next gen from Lennar homes. So what next gen is, or multi-gen, I'm just going to say multi-gen from this point forward, okay? What multi-gen is usually a bedroom with its own bathroom, kind of like a owner's suite, even though it's really, up until 2 years ago, everyone called it a master suite. Most people still do. Then, without asking anybody, the National Association of Realtors decided that it was discriminatory towards Black people, although they didn't ask Black people, but whatever. Sometimes this political correctness gets overwhelming. So you have I'm going to say it, you have your master suite, bedroom, and your bathroom. You'll also have a sitting area like you have a living room, and most of them are going to have a little kitchenette. So a little place where you got your little mini fridge. I've even seen them with little skinny apartment fridges. You'll also have a little sink area, usually a microwave. They don't have a real stove top in there, but in this day and age, it's too easy to create a stove top. You got all these induction stoves that you can buy. So you can end up with your stove, all the stuff you need to cook. And then the microwaves. Long and short, I had an issue with my microwave, and I have home warranty, and they fixed it, but it gets into a longer story that y'all don't want to hear right now. I Instead of just going to get another microwave, I wanted mine fixed because mine had a built-in oven, because I bought a really nice deluxe microwave. Well, I wish I did buy another one, because I done found out things have changed since I bought that microwave. Everybody is running around getting the air fryers now. They got a microwave now that has the oven function, convection oven, which is what mine has, and air fryers built into the microwave. So you can put one of these microwaves in there, put a nice big one. You got the microwave, you got your convection oven, and you got an air fryer. Wonders never cease. I wish I'd known this. Seeing if I could have found one. Oh, I did. I looked. The cheapest one I could find with all three was like $900. So, but if you're doing all this stuff, you're building something, you're paying $700,000, 800,000. What's $900 for the microwave? You're gonna have to put one in there anyway, and just get an induction cooktop. Boom, you're done. Little coffee pot. For the person who's going to be living there, usually it's going to be a older family member, your mom, your dad, your parents, grandparents. So yeah, it's a good place to be. So for the others that are out there right now, let me tell you, the majority, and I say majority, I mean almost all of them, are in the same area of town right now that are being built. It's the northwest side of town, most right off of yeah, pretty much the northwest side of town. A couple in North Las Vegas. We're going to go over them right now. I'm not going to put out a map or anything. I'm just going to talk at you for a minute. So right now, Woodside Homes, they have one up in what's now new subdivision or master plan community called Sunstone. They are putting in. They got community called Lyra at Sunstone. They have one model. They have a 1 bedroom and not 1 story and 2-story homes. One of the models for the 1-story home can do a next gen, but they have it upstairs instead of down, so it's not really meant for seniors. So maybe you got your child with their family coming back home, got those boomerang kids, but all of their 1-story homes have the option to do single story. Next gen. Now there are some communities in Summerlin with the multi-gen suite, not saying next gen, with the multi-gen suite. Most of them are past $1 million. So if you're in the $1 million mark, go for it. It's Summerlin. Next one, Tri-Point Homes. They have 2 communities right now, both in the Northwest, the Sky Canyon area. One is Citrine. They have a junior suite, so it's not a full multi-gen, but they call it a junior suite. For the full multi-gen, they have at Alpine Ridge in the same area. Problem is there is a waiting list, so you ain't getting into that one anytime soon, but they have them. Okay, they just got to build back up to it. And like I've been talking about before, these new home builders, they're just building like crazy right now. They're over 50% of the market. They don't have it, but I'm gonna talk about them for a second. Pulte, all Pulte home communities have the ability to have a dual suite option. So it's not multi-gen, but at least if you're looking because you're trying to put something, like maybe your mother's going to live with you, and you want them to have all of their stuff, but they're not going to have the little sitting area, living room, whatever you want to call it. You're not going to have the kitchenette, but all Pulte homes do have the option for the dual suite. Next one, Beazer. They said they're not real multi-gen homes, so I'm assuming they're kind of like a multi-gen suite. So they have Sky Hills up in the Northwest, both at Sage Point and Sage Reserve. Theirs are in the new master plan community of Sky Hills, which is right behind towards the mountain of Providence. D.R. Horton. Now, I've sold some of their ones with the multi-gen suite. It's right, like just north of Durango. But they are 800,000 plus, so they're going to be a little bit above what you're looking for. But it's a great plan, and they have like huge lots, like 11 to 13,000 square feet. Let's see. Wait a minute. I was on the wrong one. I'll go back to it. Century. They have another one coming in, Skycrest. And Skycrest has multi-gen suites. That's in the Northwest. Let's see here. Luxury. We got Toll Brothers. We got 3 that they have multi-gen suites that are not like $1 million plus. They have Valera. These are like in the 600,000 range. They have options for multi-gen suites. There's Vista Rosa. They have multi-gen suites. And if you go back and you look, I did a video maybe 2 months ago for Elkhorn Grove. They have plans in there for multi-gen suites. So Richmond, America has Dove Point. So this is a new place that's near where Siegfried and Roy had their place. They had multiple places around town, but where they kept the Tigers at was kind of that where Rainbow and Rancho met. It was like a real mysterious place. It was like all had trees, so you couldn't see in there and everything, and you couldn't even see what was in there from like looking at Google from Earth. I mean satellite. But yeah, they right next to that area there, they have Dove Point. They have one plan called the Darius that is a multi-gen. Let's see here. Now, if you saw my last video that I did right before trying to do this little experiment for a month, by the way, today's 19. Heartland's, I went to Heartland. I said there were other stuff there in Heartland off of Elkhorn. Okay, so they got the two that I was planning to get to next. If I had gone there, I would have found out they all have multi-gen suites. All have multi-gen suites. Heartland Summit at Tule Spring and Heartland Manor at Tule Spring all have multi-gen suites. And remember, they build right now as they just build them. So you don't have any choice of what you get in them. But at the very least, you know there's going to be a multi-gen suite waiting for mama there. You know what? It's coming up on Mother's Day, and I was thinking about nobody gives a rat's ass about Daddy's Day, aka Father's Day. Okay, so let me see. I talked about Tri-Point, Pulte, Woodside. That's all the builders right now. So just going through them: Toll Brothers, Century, Richmond, America, D.R. Horton. Remember, they are actually. This is actually right off of Aliante by the casino. If you're here in Vegas, if you're driving the 215, you see all that construction. That's these guys. The rest are pretty much Vegas in the well, not Centennial Hills. I love calling it Centennial Hills area. So Sky Point, Sky Hills, and Sunstone. That's where most of these are. Let's see, I've already said Toll Brothers, Century, Richmond, D.R. Horton, Beezer, Tri-Point, Pulte, Woodside, and of course there is some Lennar up in here. I just didn't mention Lennar because they're known for the multi-gen suite, aka next gen. Anybody has any questions? I see there's somebody here. Go ahead and ask them. Give it about a minute and a half. If not, I'm going to figure out what we're going to have for dinner. And I'm going to the movies tonight. Don't have too much more. Planning a class I got to write for artificial intelligence. Then, yeah. No questions? Okay. So, watch this on the replay. If you have questions about multi-gen houses, hit me, call, text, email. Better yet, get on my calendar. I'd love to show some of these places to you. Just like, oh my God, everybody just like popped in at the last minute. I love to show some of these places to you. Like I said, call, text, email. For those of you just popped in, I need to start making these longer again. Seems like it's not just enough time to do it like this. So I'm very happy you guys are here on a Friday night. I'm going to give it another minute since I had a few people pop in like right now. And more just popped in. Okay. For those of you who just popped in, I was talking about homes with multi-gen suites, in-law suites, granny suite, granny flats, whatever you want to call them. I'll just do it real quick. It's a popular option. They go fast. They go very fast. Okay. I'll just put this comment up there. Yeah. TriPoint does not have any. Wait a minute, I did. I'm sorry. TriPoint has sent citrine. I also got, no, there's one I looked at that didn't, even though like Pulte doesn't. So I'll go through them real fast and they just pop back out. So I guess I don't have to do this. They just popped in and popped out. So now I can go ahead and start wrapping it up for folks, unless a bunch of people pop in again. Call, text, email. If you want to see one of these homes, let me know. There's plenty that's being built, but it disappears quickly. There are homes out there with multi-gen suite, and there's also other options for it, including from some of the builders. Century Communities, I know. Now we're going to be talking about $1 million here, okay? They have huge lots, and they're like 11 to 13,000 square feet. So you can go in there, build yourself a nice home, and you either choose between the multi-gen suite or a casita. And not only that, you can then put in your pool, and you still got plenty of space, okay? So I got that going for you. Or I got that going for you. So we got that going for you. If you need anything, please reach out. Replay, please leave some information or leave a question below, and I'll get to you. If you haven't subscribed, please help me out. Especially this month has actually been very tough for me. I thought that something like this more people would be interested in, but I want to complete because I don't like to stop 3 feet short. If you ever heard that story, and it turns out it seems to have actually been true. There's this guy, I think his name's Brian. I think it's Brian Buffini. He said that he was actually teaching or doing a conference or something, and a lady came up to him later, and went, that 3 feet story? That was my great, or whatever, how many greats it was, uncle. And it was like, yeah, it was really true. He stopped 3 feet short of everything. So I want to finish my 30 days. Also, I've already figured out what I'm going to do for next week at the Grow with Video Live conference. Instead of trying to make it later and make it all the way over here and do this later, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a place to post up, nice and quiet, where we can do everything. If I have to, I'll do noise canceling headsets. I've actually taught classes at major events before. I mean, not just doing YouTube, but like actual classes. I just go into a little quiet room or something, put on some noise canceling headsets. And we're still going to do this. I am going to finish this and not stop 3 feet short. Please, for those of you who haven't done it, because this is ever since I did this, I have not had the number of subscribers I normally have. Please subscribe. It really does help out. Makes me feel good because I see people getting all the subscribers, and I get like, oh, why not me? I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, okay? And hitting that movie right after this.